Sid says there was never going to be a wedding. It was just a story came out. Well, that isn't well, isn't that like what I've been saying all along? That if his lips are moving, he lost his mind. No, he truly lost his mind, and it shows. I mean, because to be honest with you, under the circumstances, I just couldn't see how there was going to be a wedding there. That immigration would allow that. I mean, or that he'd have all the prerequisites in order to be able to do such a thing. Sid says, yeah, he's a goner mentally. God, no doubt about that. No doubt at all. If you ever had a doubt before, I don't think you have a doubt anymore. All right, so apparently he did a show last night. He took it down, apparently, because I didn't see nothing. Except all I see was a post somewhere he did 7, 8 hours ago. It was just a thumbnail or something of some woman with her middle finger up, something about lies or something, or I don't know. So if he did a show last night, I wasn't up to see it. As I said, I was in bed at 10 o'clock last night, my average. It was called Stop Snitching. And he took it down, apparently. Well, I found out a few things about Fazio, though. You know how far he went to try to get even with me. I talked to it's a woman who does a YouTube show. Has been on for a while. You wouldn't, I'm not even going to mention her name. You wouldn't know who she is. And that was his confidant. And he would talk and visit. They actually visit each other. This woman has a husband and all that stuff, But, and boy, what she told me about how lengthy this was with Fazio was trying to get dirt on me because Fazio got scared of dealing with the law and all the crap he said about me and all the shit he done, like in regards to the tenants and all that. He was behind 75% of all that. But what she told me, because she wrote me on an email, and we were talking about a few things, and boy, what she said about Fazio. She was approached like 20 times or something to try to do something to get her involved, anybody involved that could find fault with me. And man, I'm not going to read what she wrote. Oh, okay. So he pulled it down is what he did. As he always used to hit and run, like hit and run Jay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though. Speaking of troll, I mean, Ricky he's been really showing his true colors these days, hasn't he? He's always has, but he's gone a whack. Now, come on, man. How bad can it be that you can't even find a pay for date? Something wrong with that picture. If you can't, he's in Angeles City of all places, and he can't find a pay for date. That's pretty sad. Yeah, Ricky's time is coming. I feel it in my bones. I think I've been right about a lot of things I said about him, health wise. I'm not wishing bad on Ricky health wise. I mean, understand something. What he's doing on his own. So I'm not going to jinx myself. I just go by what I see, what I know, what I hear, what I see him eating, how much he drinks, how obese he is right now. It's elementary. I don't have to be a scholar in physiology or something to come up with that assessment. It's pretty obvious to, I think, all of you, really. Obesity is, man, it's just such a big thing now. I mean, with society, it's gotten out of control. And no offense to anybody that I'm communicating with, if you happen to be obese, I'm just, I'm just talking. I'm just saying, amongst everything, obesity is worse than drinking and smoking put together. It really is. And we have a nation of obese people. How are they going to find people to go in the army and stuff if everybody's obese? Now, the Philippines here, though, they allow, I don't know, they have like for police and stuff like that. They allow people that are really short or really overweight or whatever to become police officers. But in reality, in the States, generally to begin with, you have to be in shape. I mean, you have to go through some training, basic training for different things, to be in the service, even being a police officer. But as I've seen in Hawaii, I've seen, yeah, I could definitely use Hawaii as an example. If you've seen the people that are on the force in Hawaii, you'd say, how the hell did they get to go on the force? I mean, they got to be able to chase after the criminals, right? How could they chase after them if they got short legs, they're really short, or they're overweight, obese? So all they do is they just call in and say, hey, you want to go after this, perpetrator, this perp? Because I can't run. Well, how the hell did you get in the force? How did you pass physical tests if you're obese or too short to run with tiny little legs? I don't get it. But when you need people in the force, they'll hire people. And, I guess that's the way it works. Certainly did, and it was in Hawaii. I could tell you that for sure. Because if you've seen the people that were in the force in Hawaii, at least certainly in the island that I lived on, I could definitely tell you that. You say, how the hell did they become police officers? They don't qualify physically. I mean, but I don't know. I don't make the rules, guys, I could comment about things, but I don't make the rules on anything. But I have my own rules, though. Step on my toes too many times, you might be breaking my toes, and I'm not going to allow that. I have my own rules. Like Fazio said about my tenacity. He was right about that. He's not right about a lot of things, old boy Fazio, but he's right about that. I do have tenacity. But if you heard my show last night, yeah, I was pretty serious. And I saying basically having his girlfriend get involved in this was a really bad move and a big mistake for both of them, really. I'm not going to go into any more detail than that, or what's to happen as a result of that, if anything's going to happen as a result of that, but we'll see. Just say it wasn't a really good idea. It wasn't. That's being extraordinarily selfish, where you're going to get your girlfriend to do your dirty work. That's low. The girl that you want to marry, you want her to do your dirty work, to get revenge on me. But like I said on my show last night before I went to bed, there's other people that are affected by this. They don't keep that in mind. I'll hurt you, and I'll hurt everything in your life that you love, just for revenge. Just for revenge. That's why I say the guy belongs in a prison. He needs to have done to him whatever the law can possibly do, whatever I can do. Because that was hitting below the belt, getting your girlfriend involved to do your dirty work, and perhaps putting her in a really bad position by doing so. And it may come down to that inadvertently, but it may actually come down to that, and she'll regret putting in that report and listening to him. Sorry, girl, but you got involved in this shit too. You allowed yourself to get involved with this. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. She needs to redeem herself is what she needs to do. She absolutely needs to redeem herself with her complaint. All's well and good. She gets rid of the complaint or writes them and says, The truth. It'll put Barry in a slightly better position, and it certainly would put her in a better position. But hey, I can't force people to do something they don't want to do. But as I see the mathematics of all this, it would be a better off situation for her, that's for sure. And him, actually. Indian guy is free. No, the Indian guy left. He's got another cellmate there. I don't know if it's another Indian guy. I don't know what his nationality is. I know whoever it is got an accent, but I don't know if it's Indian or not. Sid said, yeah, he's desperate. But how fair is that, really? Think about that. Oh, he's got a vendetta against me because he's in jail. But again, and I'll repeat myself as often as I have to just to get the point through. I'll say it again and again and again and again. That ain't helping his situation. He made a big mistake of getting his girlfriend involved in this. Of course, I'm not happy about this at all. What, I got to worry about what the Department of Immigration is going to say or do, rather? That was unnecessary, man. That was completely unnecessary. To involve her like that. And for her to allow herself, let's put guilt where it's at. For her to allow herself to do that because she feels that she needs to listen to him, to his commands. That's sad in itself, actually. That she has to come down to that point of being controlled by him. Well, if that's true, Barry, sorry about the marriage thing. I was really kind of, hoping that you'd be able to get married. Oh, maybe that's another bullshit story. Maybe he is going to get married. You don't know what the hell to believe with this guy. Oh, I can't get married because of this or that now. Then February 22nd comes and he gets married or something. Remember, if his lips are moving, guys, haven't you not learned yet? Some of you have, some of you haven't. I don't care either way. Understanding why anybody would marry somebody like him in the first place. That's a mind boggler right there. Major mind boggler. Oh, we got 23 in the house. I just haven't been looking at the numbers because it really don't matter. But I meant what I said last night. It's just wrong. Let's come down to the reality check here. That was wrong to get her involved in this. And what about my girlfriend's feelings and stuff? She really does love me. Why should she get hurt in the process of this if something like that really went down and happened? Why should she get hurt in this? She's not a YouTuber. In fact, I think a lot of people actually like her, but because she's with me, that's why they make these rude comments, but shouldn't have any involvement. Make things directly to me. But you got to realize, as I pointed out so eloquently last night, that what Shaw is doing is absolutely wrong. And he lies constantly, yeah. It's wrong. It was wrong for Barry to get her to do it, and it was wrong for her to go along with it. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Shame on you, Shaw, really. I mean, shame on you. I don't want to sound like a grandmother or something, but shame on you. Seriously, shame on you for putting in a complaint like that, which is totally bogus. You got to put us through this shit now, right? Really? That's not right. That's just not right at all. But we'll see what the repercussions are from this, I guess. Boy, when you do something big, Barry. I'll tell you, do it in a big way. And I mean as such that you just make situations for yourself a whole lot worse than they are when they don't have to be. That's the funny thing about this. It doesn't have to be that bad for him. Things are going from bad to worse with him. Oh, hello, Pennywise. You've been following all this shit, Pennywise. Greetings and salutations to you, too. I could easily ask my audience, well, what do you think the outcome of all this is going to be? But I think it's pretty obvious, at least on Barry's situation. That's pretty obvious. I mean, even as it sits, even if didn't put any other evidence in about his death threats, murder, inciting to murder me, it's still not going to go his way. But we're going to make sure that we do get that in, because I think that's really vital. And I already told my lawyer that. Go ahead and, file another motion to get the other evidence in on how bad this, because I want the judge to not just go on what was put down on the original affidavits that got him on trial, but I really think there needs to be added more. And with the current events going on with his inciting people to murder me, to cause harm to me, it has to be included. The judge has to know that. Pennywise says they all know, they all float, Frank. Yeah, they do. They all wind up floating. Coming from Pennywise, of course. Pennywise would know that. Does anybody actually wish that this drama would be over? That's kind of a dumb or a loaded question, really. I think people live for this shit. They don't want it to be over. But they sure want to know what the outcome's going to be. That's for sure. And I don't think it's really going to be a great outcome for him. I can't see how. Not even remotely. How things are going to work out the way he wants to. So he was upset on his show last night again. I mean, he's been showing how much he's really upset and bitter and pissed off about all this, about everything that he created. So he can't afford to be pissed off and all agitated because he's the one that created all the agitation and self-created. Pennywise said the drama does not end as long as he has access to the internet, even while in detention. Yeah, gotcha. Exactly. But he does have access. So what are they really doing? But I think it is going to come to a head with that, because there was some information definitely shared with immigration just recently to make them understand the intensity of the situation going on in his jail cell. That this is like going totally out of control, his detention, apparently with no real supervision. I mean, imagine this guy, he's sitting there, and while he's doing his shows, you could hear him on his Xbox or whatever, playing games like, I deserve this. I'm living in luxury. He's living, in his mind, the 5-star lifestyle. In his mind. He figures, I got the cell phone, I got the laptop, I got the Xbox. Man, that's got to all stop. And I think it actually is going to pretty soon. That's what I think. I mean, I don't want to piss off immigration, certainly not in this situation going on right now, but I certainly let them know what's going on in his jail cell with proof. And I just don't think they're going to be, or they are, I don't think they are very happy with this guy. He's cursed the whole fucking judicial and legal system, police, everything. He's had nothing but bad to say about them all. I mean, where's that going to get you? I mean, seriously, where's that going to get you? In a better position you're in now? I don't think so. He's not a thinking man. He just shoots off whatever comes out of his mouth without thinking before he says it. And that's been his biggest problem. Well, he's got lots of problems. That's one of them. The song "Words Don't Come Easy for Me," but they come really easy for him. What a predicament. But even direct this to Shaw. You feeling good about yourself, Shaw? You think you did the right thing by bowing down to Barry and putting in a complaint? Have you sat down and thought about the possible ramifications of what you did? I mean, whether something happens to me as a result of this or not, have you sat down and thought about the ramifications for you as a result of complying with the master, listening to the master? You really like a man controlling you that way? Seriously? Seriously? Because that's what he's doing. And it's all selfish. It's all to benefit him, not her. She's not benefiting by all this shit and will never benefit from this. I would hope to think that she's a reasonably intelligent person, but I got to tell you, if she went along with all this shit with Barry, she clearly is not a thinking person at all. I made my own mistakes. Some things I've said on YouTube. I'll admit to it. And I'm certainly not afraid to hide, good or bad. But you know something? To just consistently do something like that without stopping, where do you think along the road that's going to get you? I mean, look how long he's been in detention now, and it's not going to stop there. And I truly believe, if you were to ask me, sit down with me personally here, not on YouTube, and you ask me, do you think he's going to wind up in a prison cell soon? I would say, yes, I do. Truly. It's coming down to that. But I'm not going to take the credit for that. Because he's doing it all himself. I'd love to take full credit on all that. I could take some credit, but I can't take full credit on this. I can't. Nobody's forcing him to do shows and talk about me the way he does. Continuously. I mean, when did he wake up? It's like the guy who has a tumor on him that's as big as another human. When did this guy with the big tumor figure out that he had a problem? Why didn't he take care of this problem before the tumor became just as big as him? He's creating a bigger tumor for himself by getting himself into more and more problems with the legal system out here. And now I'll say it again. No, it isn't fair, Barry. That's not fair play. No, it's not. Getting your girlfriend to do your dirty work. You fucking pussy. Getting your girlfriend to do your dirty work. And the thing is, it gets me, both of them. They don't care who it hurts along the line. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit if my girlfriend got hurt from all this. They don't give a shit. That's how fucking evil they are. Yeah, what about my girlfriend's feelings? She's got feelings. She's got feelings for me. She didn't want to see nothing bad happen to me. Of course she doesn't. It's not because I'm her meal ticket, because I'm not her meal ticket. It's nothing like that at all in our case. It's just wrong what Barry did. It's wrong what she did. It's just wrong. It's just not right. How you slice it, it's not right. Period. It's not right. Mazda 9. So Bobby is Robert simulcasting yet again. Some things don't change, folks. Some things just don't change. It just goes to show you how sick people are out on YouTube. It just, and Robert is just one example of many, but he's a pretty big one. Well, Papa could simulcast all he wants. I don't have a problem with that. Because what I say just gets out to more people. That's all. So in a way, he's doing me a favor. Because, yeah, I do want people to hear publicly what's going on with this goober and what he's done to people and how stupid he is and how he's making his own wounds turn into festering pustules is what he's doing. Maz 9, of course, some people like Popeye have too much time on their hands. Well, obviously so. Obviously so. He needs to find a woman play friend instead of his little foo-foo dog. Oh, geez, if his foo-foo dog dies, which I don't wish on any animal, even if it belongs to him, then he's going to really feel his loneliness. If foo-foo dies, wow, that would be a real event in his life that'll send him over the edge. It's the only woman he goes to bed with is his dog. Nothing that is wrong. My dogs don't come on our bed. No, not these dogs. Although when I lived in Hawaii and I had Maggie before she passed away, over 15 and 3/4 years, Maggie wanted to come on a bed, sleep on the end of the bed. She always did. It's like, part of the pack. Guess I played a part of the alpha. And that was a den. It was my den. When a dog sleeps on the bed, it's part of the den. They're there to protect you, to feel secure, to feel comfortable. But my dog was never my companion in bed, if you know what I mean. Popeye sleeps with his dog. And if it's female, it's the only female he'll ever get the rest of his life. It's a pretty sad case. Some ways I kind of do feel sorry for you, Robert. I really do. I've listened to you for years, many years, and what I've heard come out of your mouth was so sick and sad, and how he wished Mike Kaysen would have to toe tag on him, and horrible things he said about Jay's father when Jay's father died. This is what you call pure evil. This is what you call a guy with a really messed up mind. And Popeye's on the top of the list of messed up minds, sick people on here. He makes the top first 5 on here. Popeye likes to dictate his bitterness, just like Barry does. But Popeye will do it in the form of making these little skits, sketches, whatever you want to call them, which has been boring to everybody these days because he's still using the same clipping he's used in other videos he put together, just boring. Same old shit. They get their jollies from this. I guess they got to get it somewhere. They're certainly not getting it from a woman. I love how Ricky is downplaying the Philippines now, or Cebu, Philippines in general. That the women are all gone now. No, maybe they just don't want you, Ricky. They can't even pay for a date anymore. It's become difficult for him to put money out on a date, rent a date like he normally does. Wow, that's saying something right there. I'd like to know when he's going to buy a different toupee. I don't know if you guys have been able to figure it out or not. I'm looking at the contour and everything on there. That is a toupee. I truly think that Ricky is bald. I truly think he's fully bald. And that is the toupee that he's wearing. Yeah, I thought she was turning 41. Yeah, all right, 40. Barry is upset. He forgot her birthday. He forgot the woman, the love of his life, his rock, his foundation. Forgot her birthday. Yeah, that's love. I don't forget no birthday of my girlfriend or anniversary day or any shit like that. We just had our 9th anniversary on February 4th. I didn't forget that. And he can't be with her because I don't know what the deal is. She'll be doing family things on her birthday and everything else. She wasn't scheduled to come over and see him. The very fact that he forgot her birthday, I'm sure she's probably very impressed with that fact. That the man that she wants to marry even forgets the birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Shaw. See, I can be kind. I'm sure we'll be happy because if you can get beyond that so-called PTSD and depression, then you have a good birthday. The lies on here are amazing, but to make it affect somebody's life, that's where I draw the fucking line, Shaw. Yeah, I'm talking to you directly, Shaw. That's where I draw the line with this shit. You went overboard with this complaint, and you know you did, and you know what you have to do. You have to live with yourself. Or you just became too meshed with Barry's personality. It became yours now. Sad if that happened. It's one thing in loving a guy, but don't lie for him. Don't go along with his capers of revenge because it comes back to slap you in the face at some point. And it will. Don't say I didn't tell you so. I don't want to hear any crap or repercussions or any shit from that. Don't look at me. If anybody's trying to destroy their life, they're doing it on their own. So don't be pointing fingers to me. If something happens with Shaw legally, don't go running after me saying, see, you're trying to ruin somebody's life. No, she's trying to ruin my life and my girlfriend's life. Let's get it straight, Shaw. That's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're trying to do because you want to listen to your boyfriend. The man of your life, the man of your dreams. It's really the man of your nightmares. He's just not realizing it yet. It just hasn't caught on. For some reason, hasn't caught on. I'm not sure what it's going to take for it to catch on with you, but I think eventually you will wake up and figure it all out. And I hope you do, for your sake. So if Barry did a show last night for my benefit. I didn't see it, Barry. I'm not up all night like you are. I go to bed at 10. That's it. I'm out. I'm not into you that much, if you know what I mean. I'm going to lose sleep over you. That ain't going to happen. I figure if you do a show, I'll hear it the next day. If you take it down, I don't hear it. I know he thinks I'm up all night waiting for him to do a show. I know you're out there. You're the first viewer on there. No, I'm not. Generally, I am not. Generally, I am not. Truthfully. Yeah, I want this to all be over just like you do, Barry. Absolutely. Everything comes to a head, and it will. But I'm afraid in your situation, you're not going to benefit from all the damage that you've done so far to me and yourself. You're not going to come on top with this. I'll guarantee you that. But getting your girlfriend involved, that was a that was a big no-no all the way around. All the way around. I know you hate me, Barry, and I'm not exactly fond of you, but you know, I've been with my girlfriend for 9 years, and it's real love. Why are you trying to hurt her too? And why are you trying to get her girlfriend to hurt her too? It's not like it's focused on me because it has a ripple effect. And that's the whole idea, wasn't it? Have a ripple effect. Why, this is not going to harm my girlfriend if a complaint went through and all that stuff. That's not going to harm her. Of course it is. But you get off on that, don't you? You get off on that. It's not right for her. It's not right. She's not involved in this shit. Shaw's got to do a lot of thinking. She's got to do a lot of soul searching because what she did was wrong. No matter how you look at it, what she did was wrong, going along with Barry on this. Really gets me. These people are big churchgoers too, you know. It's hypocrisy. They go to church like, you know, their shit doesn't stink. But it's okay. It's okay, because they always got that confessional booth. Forgive me, Father, I have sinned, and I have sinned, and I have sinned. And I put a bogus report on an innocent man to satisfy my boyfriend. Okay, young lady, resolve your sins, say 5 Hail Marys, and hope that you don't go to jail as a result of it. That don't solve everything, going to church, and he shouldn't even be going to church. Shouldn't even be going to church. Like an oxymoron. It's a contradiction of who you are if you get that down and dirty. The battle has nothing to do with Shaw initially. Shaw was never involved in this with me. That wasn't where the battle was, but now there's a war because of what she did. I'm not going to stand back. You got to get mine. I'm not going to stand back on this shit. It ends where I make it end. I'm actually more pissed at her than I am at Barry, if you want to know the truth. I'm more pissed at her for going along with this caper. I'm more pissed at her right now. I mean, think of this scenario. And Barry's thought about this a lot. I'm 70 fucking years old. I've been with my gal for 9 years. 9 fucking years. And they think it's a funny thing to put a wrench in the machinery. I know Barry's response would be, well, you've been putting a wrench in my machinery. Well, no. You see, the difference is you caused all your own problems. It's a little different story when out of revenge you get your girlfriend to do something that you did. This is a whole different scenario, brother. Hey, my brother. That's a whole different ball game. That's different. Tell you one thing, if you want me to go even slightly easy on you, Barry, you got to remedy certain things before that's going to happen. Remember, this trial ain't over yet. You never know what I'm going to do or what I'm willing to do, but I'm going to tell you at this point, you just make it impossible for me to make even one iota of any issue on this easy, for you. Like I said, you think I'm probably bullshitting. No, I don't think I think I'm not bullshitting on the second case, but let me ask you a question. Do you really want a second case against you? Do you really want a second case against you? Answer that question. If not, just to yourself. I don't think so. Even though he was shouting, yeah, go ahead, put a second case on me, see if I can. Oh, you'll care. Because you're trying to supposedly, I don't know how you're doing it, to try to get your life together. But what are you doing to get your life together? You're not doing anything to make that happen. Even Fazio, beyond the grave, has said that to you, that you're making things worse for yourself. Fazio speaks from the grave. And Fazio ain't right about a whole lot of stuff, but in your case, he's right on target. You have made things worse for yourself, and you did it all on your own. So stop complaining in reference to that, because you set your own future, man, by the things that you say and do. Maz Nice says, of course, some people like Popeye have too much time on their hands. Oh, okay, I already read that. Anyway, guys, you get my point on the story here. I kind of laid it out last night on that show I did before I went to bed. What you're doing, Shaw, is really wrong. It's really wrong. You want to take it out on somebody, do it for the right reason, not because your boyfriend told you to do something. And I don't buy Barry's story saying that you're doing this on your own. There's no fucking way in the world that you're doing this on your own. You were heavily influenced. And Barry said it himself. I'm coercing my girlfriend to put a complaint on Frank. What do you think of the consequences? Nothing good comes out of this. Nothing good comes out of this at all. All the way around. Because it makes things worse for your boyfriend too. And has the potential of making your life a little bit miserable. Think about that. Think about that. Okay, anybody want to add anything before I get off here? You're just kind of sitting there listening to me babble on. Babylon. This isn't Babylon. It's Philippines. Words don't come easy to me. Sometimes they do, when needed. So what have you accomplished so far, Barry? Think about it. What have you accomplished? Do tell. Do tell. What have you accomplished? Nothing. Except you opened up a can of worms for yourself and your very special woman. Well, let me tell you something. If she was that special to you, why would you use her as a tool? If she was that special to you, why would you have gotten her involved? If she's so special to you, why would you allow her to get her ass in any kind of legal trouble? If she was that special to you. Only you could answer those questions. I'm just posing it to you, bro. Sometimes you have to say enough is enough. Work on your future in a positive way. Don't make it worse for yourself. Well, I think I made my point, as I usually do on my shows. The question is, why make things worse on yourself? And that's the key words. Why make things worse for yourself? I'm not a demon here, Barry. I'm just doing what I feel I need to do. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. If you can't understand that, you never will. The only person that's crying like a baby, Barry, is you. You're the one that's crying all the time. Well, it's crying time again. Popeye would know the lyrics to that. Popeye's kind of a real old timer. I do admit that, you know, I do. I remember a lot of this old shit. Some of the old songs that maybe it's not something I would normally listen to, but grown up with. So I gather I don't need to rent my tux then. Okay. Yeah. I would like to have been your best man, but no, Brevis would take that position. Oh, by the way, I got a message for you, Brevis. Everybody thinks I forget about you. Your criminal record in the goings on in California has been sent over to the Seabrook District Office for them to note the next time you're going to be renewing your visa. There might be a notation on there just to let you know I didn't forget about you. Just to let you know.
All right, what did we learn, man? Oh, oh man, I tell you, woof, something else, man, something else. All right, uh, let's see, what did we learn? Oh, he hates me. My man's a real old timer. He hates Drew. Um, I don't know. Me and my team couldn't find any criminal record on Drew, so I kind of think that's a false claim. Uh, he's jealous because my dog sleeps in my bed at night. You know, little 8 pound foo foo dog. A lot of people, Frank, invite their animals into their bed, their dogs, their cats, and that's just the way it is, Frank. If It's one thing I like about animals, they know who good people are and they know who bad people are. Oh, poor Frank. And I think Frank is a little bit worried about what's going on in Manila. All right. He's worried. He's going to be, he's probably going to be deported. I don't think it's looking good for Frankie. Okay. And I mean, this guy is a pest. Everybody he gets involved with, he aggravates the living shit out of them. Right? He has no respect for anything or anyone. Frank prefers inviting other things in his bedroom. Oh, like little boys to sing the mushroom song? Yeah, we all know. Mike Lunar, we all know the dude is a fucking pedophile. Okay? We all know. See, I could say that and not end up in court because I live in the land of the free and the brave. Okay? And I have proof he's a pedophile and a groomer. All right? And he'll always be one. He'll go down in history as a pedophile and a groomer. That's just the way it is. Okay? And Frank is terrified he's going to get thrown out. Brevis accused Frank of frivolous lawsuits and complaints against Barry. We found that Brevis done the exact same thing to some Mexican who he got in a cleanup his yard. LOL. Yeah, I mean that's cute, but is it criminal? I haven't found anything criminal on the guy. Has your team found anything criminal on the guy? Uh, Brevis done it 3 times, and here's where Frank is mistaken. Frank has made a big mistake. Okay. And the big mistake is that Barry had nothing to do with this. Okay. Getting Shaw to put that complaint. I mean, Barry's not smart enough to do that. Barry is a retarded fucking hillbilly. What Frank doesn't understand, or he won't admit, it was Ricky, Brevis, and Jay who did all this. It proves one thing, he's still doing reports. Dude, that's all the guy does. Just shows that Brevis is a crybaby like Frank. Of course. I mean, trust me, I have no respect for Brevis. None whatsoever. He's I mean, by the time he hits his 40s, he'll probably start taking, Xanax and Lexapro and benzodiazepine, and he'll slip into Frankville and become a real mean, nasty piece of shit. Okay? I think that's his future. I could be wrong, but hey, that's just my guess, you know. And so I wish Frank all the best of luck, man. All the best of luck. I mean, Frank, you're not going to enjoy that 15-hour plane ride home. You're just not. It's not a fun ride. 15 hours on a fucking plane. Eh? But Frank, I think you're going home whether you like it or not. It's just a matter of time. I mean, when the Filipinos get off their ass and execute this, that's when it'll happen. And when will that be? I have no idea. Maybe a month from now, maybe 3 months from now. It could happen to you tomorrow morning where they take you into custody. I mean, I think the guy is leering at his little CCTV cam all fucking day to see who's coming. Anybody who looks through Fazio's windows while he was in on the toilet has a problem. Frank, buy a straitjacket. You will need it. Yeah, Reborn Troll, I cannot. He'll get more reckless the closer it gets to him needing to leave. Oh, without a fucking doubt. I mean, and you heard him talking about shot tonight. So it's all here on this live stream. Anybody wants to download it, clip it. I mean, dude, he's just trying to intimidate the living shit out of Shaw. Okay. And, the best thing I could tell Barry is shut your fucking mouth, close your fucking channel, and go the fuck away and do whatever you can to get out of this situation. Because being on YouTube is not helping Barry. Not one bit. This back and forth between you and Frank. You're only giving Frank what he wants. Okay? Today was an example. His guard was down for sure. Yeah. I'm glad I came in on the 41-minute mark because I really just can't listen to him for 2-3 hours straight. He just keeps saying the same shit over and over with different wording. Won't be long before Frank's brain will be so fried he will be dribbling his porridge in the morning. Yeah, yeah, guaranteed. I think you guys are right. But, dude, he hates my ass, man. I kind of love it, man. It's kind of friggin' funny that he hates my ass so bad. And I just laugh. It's just laugh. I mean, dude, he brings up shit that happened 6, 7 years ago. Right? He's still pissed that he was not able to get in with the RRR crew. Why would the RRR crew want a pest like that? Okay. I'd take Barry in the RRR crew before I'd take Frank. But hey, that's the way it goes, guys. Won't be long, Frank's brain. Yeah, okay, read that one. But yeah, it's not it this is not Barry's doing. And Frank, it's your own doing. You opened up your mouth. You're the one that insulted Shaw. This is your doing. You're the one who opened your mouth and insulted Dimples. Dude, we have it all recorded. All the Filipinas you ever gave hell to, and American women on top of it. You have done nothing but commit cyber libel while you're in Philippines. You're just as guilty as Barry. You're just as big of a piece of shit as Barry Jordan. Okay. And I can confidently say that. And the people in the live chat, 9 times out of 10, will back me up. Okay. Santai 7 hasn't been live in 6 years. No, he hasn't. And still bitter. Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you there. And Barry is that dumb. Can you give him all the great advice out there? Is too stupid to listen. It's true. Bobsy, I've tried to go on and talk to that guy and tell him, shut your fucking mouth. You need to do da 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 da. And all he tells people, nobody gonna tell me what to do. Fuck you, I'm an American. I can say what I want. I can do what I want. That's why I call him the retarded hillbilly, right? Neither one can accept responsibility for their own actions, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, Barry's not accepting responsibility for his actions, and Frank is not accepting responsibility for his actions. They're both just as guilty. If either one of them had a brain, they'd just drop everything and call it a fucking day. Right? If Frank had a brain, he'd drop the fucking case. He'd walk away, drop the mic, because Barry's still going to be stuck there in that detention center. Barry's got other things to worry about besides that case. Netflix needs to do a documentary on on these two clowns. Yeah, thanks to his own broadcast, he can't deny anything he has said. I got it all right here what he said to Shah. Shah can download that and send it off to Manila, to the Bureau of Immigration, and file another complaint on him. Because every time he talks about Shah, he tries to bully her into dropping this. And you can't do that. That's wrong. That's harassment. So he's coming up on live stream every there and then, and he is harassing Shah. That's what he's doing. And it's all right here. Proof in the pudding. Right? All you guys can hear it again. All you gotta do is roll it back. Right? This guy is a friggin' bloomin' idiot. Right? Oh, again, Frank puts his foot in his mouth. Right? Because he's all worried. I mean, in this shit, you're ruining my life. He didn't care when he was ruining Barry's life, now did he? I mean, you can't come out and say, you have no right to ruin my life when you ruined that guy's life. I tit for tat there, Frank. That's how it works. You ruined Barry's life. Barry's going to make sure your life gets ruined too. That's the way it works. Barry ain't got nothing to lose, Frank. You have everything to lose. I actually kind of feel sorry for you because Barry's never going to tell. Barry is never going to tell Shaw to drop it. It's not going to happen. And Shaw's never going to drop it. And when you come up and harass her like this to drop it, Frank, guess what? She's going to dig her heels in. I can guarantee it. And I don't blame her. Would make an interesting watch. Reborn Troll. Yeah, it would. Barry says it's Frank's fault. He is locked up. No, it's not. It's Barry's fault that he's locked up. We all told him a long time ago, get off YouTube. You're an overstayer. You're going to get caught. Guess what? He got caught. And as stupid as Frank is, Frank was lucky enough to finger him to the Bureau of Immigration and through all his complaints and pestering and paid 5,000 peso to get him picked up. That's what happened. Oh, if Barry wasn't an overstayer, he would have never got picked up. And also, if Barry just left Frank alone, Frank would have never noticed him, done what he'd done. Right? It goes both ways. It goes both ways, okay? They're both fucking idiots, okay? They don't know any better. Mick Fisher went out there and tried to get him to drop it. Wouldn't drop it. Mick Fisher's the nicest guy you'll ever meet, talk to. No. Should have brought a jet ski. Ha ha ha. Ran for Vietnam. Big E, good to see you, buddy. How's life treating you? I hope you're enjoying Orlando and the convention. Saw your video this morning. The best way to piss Frank off is just ignore him. Exactly. When you give Frank no oxygen, he shrivels. He gets madder and madder. And we've all tried to tell this retarded hillbilly this, but he won't listen. He won't listen to anybody. So I'm just waiting for all this shit to explode. And when all this shit explodes, I'm going to make the Popeye short of all Popeye shorts because we all know how Frank loves my little skits. That's good, Big E. That's good. Hard work for a young man such as yourself is a good trait. Actually, somebody out there earning money besides sucking off the tit of SSDI, like some of these expats, I won't mention any names, are Frank. Big shot travel. uh, oh, man. But, guys, I've been going for quite a while here now. I don't want to keep saying the same shit over and over. And you're all nice enough to come in. I want to thank you, Bobs. And you are right. Mick Fisher is the nicest guy in the world. He is. He is. He's a good guy. You know, he's a good dude. You know, and he tried to steer Frank in the right direction, but Frank is just too retarded to take good advice. And that's that. And Frank will be able to look back on that and he'll be able to say, I should have taken his advice. I'm in the shit now. Right? So, Frank, your chances of ending up in a cell next to Barry Jordan are increasing each day. And each time you come on YouTube and verbally harass Shah. Okay? And one last thing, I want to say happy birthday to Shah. I hope your day is the best. God bless you and God keep you. And I want to thank Bodsy Channel for coming in, Big E, Seven Ways, Mike Dowdy, Reborn Troll. Who else we got here? Got the Bodsy Channel, got Mike Luna. Dude, everybody got Oil Slick who come in here. Lordy, Lordy, look at Nordy. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Got Mazda 9, the troublemaker. Patrick Glenn. Man, man, oh man. All you guys come in. I appreciate it. You have a good evening. Stay out of trouble. And try not to be like Frank and Barry. Okay? This is Popeye 1. I'm out of here. Later days.